evening, Marv Meisters. What's going on, peoples? Nice to see you for a Friday night on St. Patrick's Day. How's everybody doing? Me, not too bad. Finally got some real sleep last night. So, let's go through our chat and see who we got in here tonight. We got Melissa. Nice to see you, Melissa. Mother of Dragons. Hey, Marv. How you doing? I know you're on a road trip. D. Who is this? Miss Mala. Night Shadow. Stephanie. Nice to see you. How's that knee replacement going, young lady? CJK. Jill. Digital. Let's see. True Crime with Housewife. What's up, Danger Dave? Rescue all the dogs. Nice to see you. TTM Fangirl. Dark Wizard 70. Dee Dee. Who else we got in here? Olivia. Nice to see you. Deb Walsh. Jetta. Nice to see you. It's been a minute, lady. Rose. Nice to see you. Christy. Nice to see you. Let's see. Rob Adams. Nice to see you. My Charlie. What do we got? Egyptiomania Thompson. Hey, what's up, Tornado Dorothy? Thanks for the info and sending it to me because we are going to talk about that for a second here in a few minutes. We got Digital. We got Glitterbean. Good to see you. Polygraph. Sergeant Deadhead. Good to see you. Honeybee once again. Renee. Nice to see you, Renee. What's up, Four Pitbulls? Cheryl. Queen of Oasis or Osage, whatever, however you pronounce it. Sorry. Freckle Joy. Nice to see you. So, how's everybody doing today on this St. Patrick's Day? Even though I really don't celebrate it, because I'm not a drinker and I'm not Irish. And honestly, I don't believe in St. Patrick's Day because it's not a real Irish holiday. I watched a documentary on it, and it was created by an American. So, but to all the people who are Irish out there, more power to you. No, Marv's on a road trip, CJK. The family's going up to Minnesota for a few days for a little vacation. But she's in the chat. I would imagine she'll probably come in some sooner or later. So is everybody out drinking tonight, or is it people just sitting at home drinking, watching TV? Yeah, I see you, Marv. I see you in there. Yeah, NCAA tournaments on TV all day today. Yeah, but 10 o'clock, my team plays. IU's playing tonight. There's been a lot of upsets already this last few days in the tournament. So, but let's hear from everybody. How's everybody doing? I've only had a few people respond saying they're doing okay. Your pet sitting, Rose? Lovely. Deb Welsh having a Heineken. You know, when I used to live in Germany, I used to drink that because it's malt liquor. And I would get messed up. Malt liquor is nothing compared to regular beer. I know that. So, how you doing, Jill? It's been a while. I know you've been in the chat the last few times, but really haven't talked to you much. Patty's Day. The actual color is blue. Let's see. Egyptian Mania. It's actually pronounced Patty's Day. The actual color is blue, and the shamrock isn't their logo. Go figure. Just learned that more myself. Just had dinner with my husband. See, we got a lot of people that don't celebrate it because it's not a real Irish holiday. Hey, Angela, nice to see you. Yeah, there's my girl Alexandria. She's not feeling too well. She's been having some migraines the last few days. Let's see. Freckle Joy. Already have done 60 hours this week, 12 more to go. I'm going to bed early tonight. My life is boring. Seems like the older you get, your life gets even more boring. Yes, Rose. It was supposed to be in the 50s today, but it only got to like 30 something. So it was a little bit nipply. Let's see. I don't celebrate it either. Not much Irish culture in my town. I have all the UK ancestry, but Irish. Well, I don't have no Irish in me. I'm Lithuanian. That's where my ancestors were from, was Lithuania. Cheryl. Purdue's playing right now, and they're down by 2 at halftime. IU plays at 10 o'clock tonight. Let's see. Yeah, when I watched the documentary on it, Ireland and Irish people don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. That's why I brought it up, because I watched the documentary and found out that it wasn't really a Irish holiday. It was created by an American. So, yeah, it's a pagan thing. See, Lexi, my girlfriend, she doesn't celebrate it either because of some things with paganism when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. So, who else we got in here? Renee, how are you doing, lady? Mike Baker, nice to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. Let me get through the chat here, guys, real quick. And then we'll go into a couple stories, and then we'll just have an open discussion. How's that? Sound good? Let's see. Well, who else we got in here? Yes, Frenchie, we're going to talk about that here in a few minutes. Yes, we'll be definitely talking about that. All right, Mark. I'm Irish. May the banisters of life you go down have the splinters facing the other way. And let's see, we got Freckles talking about what she got going on here. Chasing the snakes out of Ireland meant they executed all the Celtics and Druids, all pagans. See, a lot of people think that paganism is evil, and it's not, from what I'm learning from my girlfriend. So it's not really, people look at it in the wrong way. So, but let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want to talk about is a 14-year-old boy. Let me pull it up on my screen here real quick. Give me just a second, guys. Give me just a second here. Gotta go here. Wrong one. Doop. Running slow today. What's going on here? There we go. Come on, open. All right. Eaton, Indiana is about 25 minutes south of Upland, Indiana, and had one of our subscribers send to me this and asked me to bring this up. A 14-year-old boy by the name of Scotty Morris out of Eaton, Indiana, went missing on the 16th of March of this year around 8:30 p.m., which would have been yesterday. Scotty is 14. He's 5'4", 150 pounds, brown hair and glasses. And according to the Eaton, Indiana Police Department, we are currently having over 100 volunteers out searching for Scotty Morris, which is so amazing, and we are very grateful. DNR has 2 boats in the river. EPD, which is Eaton Police Department, has 2 infrared drones up, and Grant County is sending 2 bloodhound teams. If anybody has any questions or has any information in the location of Scotty Morris, please contact the Eaton Police Department at 765-747-7878. One more time, if anybody knows the whereabouts or any information regarding Scotty Morris from Eaton, Indiana, please contact the Eaton Police Department out of Indiana. The phone number is 765-747-7878. Oop. I don't know what happened there. All right, there we go. All right. Well, I guess I've got to go back in there, don't I, for the other story? Give me a second, guys. This is the one y'all are wanting to talk about, and I talked to Marv about this, and I said we need to talk about this, and she agreed. So I know we set the live stream up a little late, but it's better than never. All right. As a matter of fact, our merchandise lady, Andrea Delphi, that's not the one, sent this to me in Messenger this morning, and I was like, what is going on here? Where did it go? Invoice. Oh, this is it. Yep, here we go. There we go. Let me see if I can expand it out here. All right. On March 15th of 2023 at 6:51 p.m., the Upland Police Department received a report of a male subject with a knife on the Denimore trailhead. The suspect has reportedly ran towards someone who ran away safely. The incident occurred approximately 6:35 p.m. Officers searched the area. However, the suspect was not located. The suspect was described as a possible Hispanic male wearing dark, baggy clothing. The police continue to investigate and search for this gentleman. Now, why does it keep doing that? Now, this is the main thing that I wanted to talk about today. And plus, we can go into other stuff too. I noticed with that case, and me and Marv discussed this, could this be a copycat, or is somebody making a mockery of Delphi, or is somebody playing funny games? And me and Marv talked about it. This is not funny, because if you're making fun of Delphi, the wrong thing to do. Too many people out there are following this case, especially up and around Indiana. And if they know anything, they're going to turn you in, period. But what I wanted to talk about is the similarities between that photo and the description and some of the things that's been brought up in the Delphi case. First of all, everybody knows, according to the PCA, one of the witnesses at the trail in Delphi, or a couple of the witnesses, I should say, said they saw a gentleman in dark clothing. Okay, that's a characteristic of Delphi with this story that I just reported to you guys about. The second characteristic that is similar to Delphi is when Kay Weber's neighbor saw somebody at her gate near the private drive that was, I want to say, dark toned skin, maybe dark hair, which this is what they're saying in here in this report in Upland, Indiana. Dark skin, maybe Hispanic. We just don't know. And the third similarity is we all know, basically, from all rumors and speculations, that Libby and Abby were murdered with some type of sharp object, maybe a knife, a sword, who knows, a razor. We just don't know, because they won't give us the details of what they were murdered with and how they died. So I wanted to talk about this. The similarities are awful familiar. Could it be somebody, like I said, playing games? We just don't know. I want to hear what everybody else's opinions are on this and let me know what you think. Most tweakers. Let me go through the. Thank you, Renee Days, for the $10 super sticker. Much appreciated. Let me get back over to the chats, guys. Let's see what people have to say. Most tweakers in Indiana dress with that look: baggy clothes, hoodies, dark clothes, etc. Honestly, I would know French because I'm not a tweaker, so I don't know what tweakers dress like. Let's see. A newer photo. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Upland's is up toward Fort Wayne, which is just east of Delphi. Let's see. And Tornado Dorothy said, right next to railroad tracks, easy to get away. If that's the case, well, Delphi no longer has railroad tracks going over the Mononite Bridge and going through the woods or anything like that. So they tore all that stuff out of there, but it does make sense near railroad tracks, yes. Yeah, give me a second, CJK, and I'll pull that picture back up here in just a second. Let me go through the comments here real quick. Wow, Just Angel, I've been to Upland, and where was it in Upland? There is a good ice cream place in Upland. Looks like head to toe black Carhartt. And some girls were murdered again or spotted that creepy person. And there we go again. That word creepy keeps coming out, which allegedly one of the girls said, Abby or Libby said, is that creepy guy still behind us? I mean, it's speculation and rumor. We don't know exactly what was said. So, yeah, that's the only thing they had on it, Honeybee. That's the only info they had because I did some research on it today. So we're just going to have to wait a couple days and see if there's going to be more information that comes out by the Eaton Police Department or the Upland Police Department. Sorry. Yep. Yes, Marv. Yes, by railroad tracks. Jeddah. Does anyone recognize the area? Honestly, I don't because I've only been to Fort Wayne a few times in my lifetime, so I don't know that area very well. Okay, here you go. Tornado. She answered, said, right in town, small town. There you go, Olivia. That's why me and Mark wanted to discuss this today. Dark clothes, hood up, reminds me of BG. And same thing with Marv, says the same thing. 130-minute drive, which is an hour and 30 minute, an hour and a half drive from Delphi to Upland. Well, from what I've seen, Rose, here in the last couple of years, they're going back to the peg leg pants, the corduroy pants, bell bottoms and things of that nature. Now, I have to wear baggy pants because I can't find pants that fit me correctly. And had a discussion with Delphi After Dark about that on the phone one day, how it's hard for us to find length of pants that we need that fit, that are long enough because we will not go flooding. And then you can't get a length 31 or anything. So I have to get a 32, which is just a hair too long. And by the time at the end of the day, you look at the bottom of my pants, you can see it's starting to wear out already. So the ice cream parlor is called Ivanhoe's. When are people going to start concealed carry? I have carried all my life and I'm 70. I've been concealed carried for almost 2 years now. But Indiana just changed the law back this past July to constitutional rights, so we don't have to have a license anymore. Unless you got a felony and you get caught with a handgun, you're going right to jail. Tornado, what victim are you talking about? Taylor University student. And is this the same place the young man went missing? It's in Upland. No, Eden's about 23 minutes south of Upland, which is 20-minute drive, just south. We can't say if there's any connections or whatever until we get more information. Well, they usually don't. I mean, when you got a missing persons, it usually takes them a couple days to gather information. They just put out something brief to let everybody know that he's missing. They have to gather more information to see if he was a runaway, if he was having problems at home, problems with school, or if he was being bullied. Situations like that, they have to investigate before they can release any, before they'll do another press conference or something in the news or newspaper about it. You talk about Upland Digital. If that's the case, I think they might have cameras on that trail. That might be a camera photo. And yes, Angela, as far as we know, he is still at large. I went online before we got here to check on it, and there's no new information. Yes, Hoosier Heartland is a fast corridor to Delphi. Correct. Let's see, Marv. Yes, correct, Marv. It's about the same area the boy went missing. And according to Tornado Dorothy, the 14-year-old boy was last seen walking by a house on North Street. Good to see you, Deb, True Crime Notebook. Can definitely see the resemblance, but to say a copycat, I'm conflicted. You never know what people are going to do these days, Egyptian Mania. I mean, there's been a lot of copycat murders over the years, and they've proven that. It's just, I mean, copycat is just like somebody who's trying to get some attention to me. That's all I think about is somebody trying to get attention. Couldn't he be just a regular person walking on a trail, or was it something he did that got someone's attention? Yes. Apparently, he went after somebody with a knife, and they took off running and got to safety, and law enforcement was called, and they did a search and couldn't find the gentleman. If he's not a copycat, he is leaving a message to Ellie. That's a possibility, yes. Or he's mocking the police. Let's see. Talking about Delphi. Randy, how are you doing, bud? Nice to see you. Would you like to know how close he came to hurting someone? If not, maybe just attention seeking with mental health issues. That's another possibility, Honeybee. Another possibility. I'm looking up Upland. It is due east of south of Delphi, south of Fort Wayne on 69. It's just a stone's throw away from Kokomo. That's not far from Delphi at all. No. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. The suspect with the knife. Is that what you meant, Tornado? It is creepy, Melissa. That's just creepy. When I saw that, when Andrea sent me that this morning, I said, oh, Lord, my goodness, that just took me right back to the Delphi case, all dressed all in black, had a knife, and allegedly the skin tone could have been Hispanic. I was like, whoa. Good. You made it home safe, Randy? That's good. There you go again, Angela. The trailhead, another trailhead. What is up with these trailheads? You know, somebody explain to me what is going on with trailheads these days. Melissa says, oh my God, saying hint, hint. He is saying to let Ellie that Delphi killer is still out there, leading them on even more. I mean, I'm not going to speculate on that because we just don't know yet. Creeper in black near tracks and near trails. That's very peculiar for sure. Definitely. Most definitely. I think from my understanding, he must have pulled a knife on her and she took off running. As far as the information that I just read. Didn't the detective on the Stevenson case follow and interview a man near Fort Wayne? I don't recall. I think I would have to look into that. If you would send me a message, I could look into that, Mandy. Nice to see you, Grizz. Tommy Baker, nice to see you. Drug sale interrupted. I don't know much about Upland, Indiana at all. I don't know what the drug scene is out there. So, like I said, I'm not going to speculate on anything until I get some more information. What's going on, Mr. True Crime News? Nice to see you, buddy. If anybody doesn't know who True Crime News is, this is Anthony Greeno. Everybody say hi to Anthony. Yes, and according to Marv, she's saying yes, Detective Stevenson was by Fort Wayne. Yeah, that's a good question. When's he going to show up again? Is that a verified photo? It looks white, not Hispanic, in my opinion. Let me go ahead and pull it back up, guys. Give me just a second here. Give me just a second, guys. Yeah, somebody wanted me to pull it back up, so I want to pull it back up and try to enlarge it as much as I can to where it's not blurred out, and maybe we can get a skin tone or skin color. Where'd it go? Upland thumb. No. Here we go. All right. I'll blow it up as much as I can. So if it's too big, guys, let me know and I'll shrink it down a little bit. That's the best I'm going to get without blurring everything out. And it even looks like that he might be wearing something around his neck too. So what do you guys think? Hispanic, white, or can you tell? Yes, that was 2 days ago. And from what I could tell, it might be a trail cam that took the photo. I don't think he's got a mask on because from my side, it looks like I can see just the impression of his nose and his mouth right here and his nose right here. Yeah, see, that's why I brought it up. You can't really make out his face, but the reason why I wanted to bring it back up because somebody asked me to, and I wanted to see if I can enlarge it enough to see if we can get a skin tone on him. And I mean, it definitely looks white to me, but you can't go by that because of this picture. It was like around 6 or 7 o'clock that day, Pit Bulls. White, a hook, and hand or something. Yeah, he might have the knife right here in his hand. So, uh, I looked it up on Google, and I even looked up the Upland Police Department's website, and I couldn't find it on there. So if anybody wants, just let me know. And it's on our Facebook group. So if you go to True Crime with Marvin Frank's Facebook group, the picture's on there. All right, let me get back to the comments here. I can't read that. Just the tipsters. What happened? There we go. Just the Tipsters, episode 147 and 154 are both interviews with lead detectives Coy Cox of the Stevenson case. Both are very interesting and both can be found on YouTube. Christy, you just go to our Facebook group, and we've got it posted on there. Yeah, it definitely looks like he's holding on to something, Randy. I can't tell in his left hand, but it looks like he might be holding something down here in his right hand. I can't really tell. That's a bad thing about trail cams and stuff like that. The photos aren't very good. It's hard to tell with the picture lighting. Did the person he chased or witnesses say he was dark skinned? According to the report, that's the description that this woman gave to law enforcement. It's real. Who is it, Jessa? Nice to see you, Jessa. I can't really tell if it's a white glove or what it is. I mean, that's the pixelation on this photo is not very good. As the same situation with Delphi. A cult uniform, Egyptian Mania. So that's something new to me because I don't know what cult uniforms look like. He's definitely holding something. It's apparent. I see it more dominant in the right hand than I do in the left, but it does look like he might be carrying something in his left hand, but we just can't focus in well enough to see what it is. Let's see. Maybe we could do some work on that photo, Randy, later on and see if we can make out anything on that. Yeah, it almost looks like latex gloves to me. I mean, I don't know anybody that walks around with all black and white gloves on unless you're Michael Jackson. Holly Southern style. What do we got? Too funny. Your girlfriend's teaching you about paganism. It's all about the earth. If you're good at, it's all about the devil if you're bad. I don't, she knows that I don't get into none of that stuff. She practices her stuff at home when she lives right next door to me, and she knows I've made it very clear. And she does her thing, and I do my thing when we're separated. I don't hold it against her. If that's what she believes in, that is what she believes in. I will not hold it against her. That's her belief. Yes, Pitbull, it does look white. Something in his right hand, if it's a glove or what it is right here. And here it almost looks white, but it's a little darker because he's up against his sweatshirt or whatever that is. Yes, Tornado. That's why me and Randy are able to go into some programs and try to fix this picture and see if we can get a better picture of it and see if we can figure out what's in his hands and what his skin color is. But I can't say if he's white or if he's Hispanic. Let's see, Jesse Twin. That's how I hold my cell phone when I am wrap my keys up with it and carry it all together. I can enlarge it, but it's just going to make it blurrier, Melissa, because you got to remember this looks like a trail cam or something on that trailhead. I'll blow it up a little more. That's as far as I can go with it, guys. Right hand knife, left hand looks like he's doing the metal horn sideways. What's up, William man? Salute to you, buddy. Yes, thank you everybody for joining us. Marva's on vacation for the next few days with the family, but she's in the chat with us, and I don't expect her to get off. I mean, come into the panel when they're out driving. I'd rather them concentrating on driving than being on camera. Miss Mala, did someone say they came across a suspicious dark-skinned man on the day? Yes, that's what we were talking about earlier. Kay Weber's neighbor right next door said that she saw, I wouldn't say dark, but darker skin than a white person and dark hair at the gate leading to the private drive going up to the Weber residence. Yes, William, salute the red, white, and blue, buddy. True patriot here. Yes, Robin. Creepy, isn't it? And instantly, like I said, when Andrea, our merchandise person, and her sister sent this to me today, it took me right back to Delphi. Instantly, the black clothing instantly took me right back to Delphi. Hold on, I missed something here. Oh, already did that one. Here we go. For pit bulls. Way he's dressed looks a bit overdressed for the weather, and he's dressed from night stalking. Yeah, that's what stalkers would do at nighttime, is wear dark clothing. Everybody should know that. I mean, from all the cases, it's been all over TV and things in that nature. Hi, Viv. Vid Inquiries. Nice to see you. Marv says, yes, there was a report of a dark-colored man by the Monon High Bridge. Yes. Hi, Andrea. If you want to try to clean it up, are you able to do it right now, Andrea, or do you have to wait until we get off the show? Because if we can get it cleaned up right now, it would be great so we can have a better picture. Oh, you have to wait. You're at work. Okay. I got you. Okay. Yes, it does look like a white glove, but I would imagine that might be a latex glove. I'm just speculating. So, hi, Ivy Rose. Nice to see you. Yes, very disturbing, Miss Mala. Very disturbing. I mean, what if this could be something related to Delphi? Something that we have to really dig into. Holly Southern Style. Is there a link to that Kay Weber saying someone by her driveway? There's Julie Melvin, I believe, did a video a while back, and she interviewed Kay Weber, and they talked about that. Yes, correct, Digital. Correct. Who we got? Miracle Hearts, nice to see you. Ivy Rose. No, this is a case that just started 2 days ago up in Upland, Indiana, which is about an hour and a half east of Delphi. This is a trailhead in Upland. A gentleman was on the trail, as you can see. He pulled a knife on a woman, and she took off running and got away. And if I'm correct, it looks like they might have had a trailhead camera, and they caught him on camera, and this is what they posted. On a bigger screen, I see glasses. Sorry, guys, I can't expand it anymore. That's as big as it gets. Yep, Blaze at it. Who was it that was not there that day? But their son was. Can you elaborate, Holly? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Melissa. Like I said, when Andrea sent me that picture, I said, "Holy smokes, what is this?" The photo was taken on March 15th, 2 days ago. William. Who we got? Marv's in the chat. Hey, she's on her phone.
Hey, we just got to the school, so I just got a couple minutes. So
Okay. Frank, in your opinion, who do you think this may be? Do you think he had anything to do with Delphi murders? I'm not, William, right now. I'm going to tell you guys, everybody in the chat, I'm not going to speculate and I'm not going to rumor anything until more information comes out about this case. We wanted to bring it to your attention because of the similarities to Delphi.
yeah, but we do have to kind of wait and see what's said about it in the next day or two.
Right.
But it's definitely eerily similar.
Mm-hmm. Egyptian Mania, satanic cult, cape, uniform. I mean, sorry. It looks like a regular jacket to me because you can see the bottom of the jacket right here. If you can see my cursor on the screen, that's the bottom of the jacket.
Hey,
right
Frank.
There. Yes.
Randy said he sent you a different picture. And can you start the email address scrolling at the bottom because people are asking for it?
Sorry. There you go, guys. It's a going. All right.
So it's Marv dot.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take this picture down. Stop sharing it. Man, why does it keep doing that? Click to exit out and it.
So for those that are just coming in, this picture was taken 2 days ago. It's very dark in here. You can't see me very well, but this was taken on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. It's 6:58. Yeah, it's 6:58 p.m., which is barely just before the sun went down.
Right. So what happened is this man supposedly had a knife, jumped out of the woods at a girl, I believe.
Yeah.
And she ran away.
And like I said, if I'm correct, they had a trail cam right there at the arrowhead, and it caught a picture of him. So let's see. Let me go back up here.
So this is a brand new case.
There you go, Egyptian Mania. There's our email scrolling across the bottom there. Nice to see you, Ruckus.
I think they said it was a college student that this female was.
Yeah, because Anderson University is up in that area.
Did you get a chance to look at Randy's photo that he sent you?
Not yet. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Let's see. Randy. It's not in here, Randy. It just says you sent an attachment, but there's nothing there. Let's see.
It didn't say that he was chasing somebody. It just said that he jumped out of the woods with a knife towards a girl, and she ran.
Yes. Yep. Smart. Very smart. She was well aware of her surroundings, and once she saw that, she took off.
We don't know if there is a connection to Delphi. We're just saying that this man was by railroad tracks.
Wearing black.
With a knife.
Allegedly, possibly Hispanic.
Right.
And at a trailhead.
And it's not that far away from Delphi.
Nope. If Delphi taught us anything, it is to enhance those photos into oblivion. Laugh out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rescue all the dogs. I'm the tech person, but I don't have access to it right now.
Well, what does she want? I didn't see it.
All right, let's see here.
I didn't see it. Damn it to hell. Andy Pam. Gotta have to catch the replay. Who the hell do you think I am to take a nap? Hey, that's what happens when we get old, Pam. Hell, me and Mark take a nap every day about the same time.
Yep. Not today.
No, no nap today. I got some great sleep last night, though. I can tell you that.
I wish I was in better light. So one of our Facebook users said, so people are assuming or thinking possibly this person is what to the Delphi case, even though law enforcement has said Bridge Guy is the one that actually ordered the girls down the hill, and there's no question about that. Well, if you remember in the probable cause warrant, Nick McClellan said they thought others could be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So is this somebody that was involved, or is this somebody that's just doing a copycat type thing? And if they are, it's not funny at all.
Or mocking Delphi.
Or mocking Delphi, right. And if that's the case, it's not funny at all.
No, it's not. William, let's see. Also, anytime you go out to a park or a wooded area, make sure you have somebody with you, a buddy system like we did in the military. Always have somebody with you when you go to a park. Don't go by yourself, because over many years, New York City Central Park, a lot of rapes and a lot of murders have happened out there. And that's why you should always have a buddy, which we call the buddy system in the military, with you at all times when you go to places like that.
Well, and it's actually safer to go in larger groups of 3 or more than just the buddy system nowadays, because these people don't hesitate to try to kidnap if it's just 1 or 2.
Right. It's hard to tell since the picture isn't great, but he looks white to me because of the undertones in his skin. Randy's working on the photo. Maybe he might be able to do something with it. And we're going to have
Andrea will look at it when she's done with work.
Andrea.
We don't know if this person is the same size. It's hard to tell in that picture because it's poor quality picture.
And it looks like that he's closer to the camera than BG was to Libby.
Right.
So you really can't tell. So as Randy said, where is this came from? It's from Upland, Indiana, which is about an hour and 30-minute drive east of Delphi, and it's 25 minutes south of Fort Wayne. Someone that needs to be eliminated, laugh out loud. That don't sound right, but that's how I feel about these kind of people.
We're hearing that the picture was taken from a trail cam, not a person.
All right, he sent that photo to our Facebook group.
And we don't know who started distributing this picture, but all of a sudden it was out there today. This morning.
It was the Upland Police Department's website.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was their website. Okay.
Randy, send that to my messenger. It's easier for me to get it from there. Let's see. Tina. Kind of crazy to want to do something around there right now anyways with this case going on. But I tell you what, excuse my French, but people got balls these days. They've got some big old kahunas to pull some crap like that, especially with the Delphi case with similarities to it.
Yeah, I agree. Frank, there's a bunch of people that said they sent pictures to you to the email address.
Okay, let me check. All right.
Crud. It's cold here in Minnesota.
Larger image. All right. Let me go to our emails real quick. Give me a second.
There we go. Now you can see me now that I got the door open. Yes, Ivy Rose. That's what that's what got me. At first, I thought it was all like a copycat situation, but it's so similar. It's eerie.
Check it out, Marv.
What?
I lost your audio.
What?
Boy, email's running slow. Larger image.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was just saying to
There's the
Ivy Rose,
larger.
yes. Ooh.
All right, this is a different picture. He looks more white to me there, and it looks like he might have a beard. A black beard.
Yeah.
Black beard. And it's definitely he's wearing some type of white gloves. There's no doubt about that.
I would agree.
And I see something in his right hand right here. Is that the knife?
It's hard to tell.
Right. And I can't tell about this. Yeah, it's black, real dark.
Yeah, and you don't see the blade. It's almost like if it's a knife, it's in the sheath.
Yeah, or it blended in with the background. I
Yeah.
can't make out it. I can't make out what's going on with the left hand, but it is definitely he's got a beard. There's no doubt about that.
Well, he's either got a beard or a face mask underneath his chin.
Okay. And
it's hard to tell.
Does it look like he might be wearing glasses? Because there's his nose right there. Here's his mouth. And this looks like a rim.
It's almost like a shadow by his eyes. It's hard to tell.
Okay. That is a better picture. Yeah. I won't go on trails by myself. Well, I can now that I conceal carry. All right.
Sorry about the echo.
You're good. There we go. All right. Let's get back to the chat here. Let's see.
What do you need help with?
Christy, that picture, we're almost positive that is a trail cam photo.
There's two separate things of
Yep. There you go. 6 years before Delphi was Evansdale. Now 6 years Delphi gone, and by reminds me of a Zodiac killer.
Mom, do you want to come inside?
Yeah.
Everybody, if you do me a favor, go hit that like button for me. Yes, Marv.
I'm going to jump off of here. I got to help the kids, but I'll be in the chat.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
True crime housewife. I can't tell, but I think he might have glasses on earlier. If cameras are going to be utilized, it needs to be nice if they took decent pics. I would say he is white, but if the witness says he looked Hispanic, then his skin tone wouldn't look like that. Not necessarily, because I've met Hispanics that are real light-skinned. Let's see, Frank. Is law enforcement looking into who this gentleman is, maybe by chance? All I know, William, is that with the report that I just showed you guys, they are investigating. That's all I can tell you. Like I said, we've got to wait a few more days and see if there's any more information that's been released on it. But I will keep up on it, and if I have to, I will call the Upland Police Department myself to see if there's any updates. True crime housewife, right? It seems like they're using potatoes. Tech death. There was an incident 2 days ago in Upland, Indiana, which is about an hour and 30 minutes east of Delphi, at a trailhead. We believe it was a college student was walking to trailhead, and a gentleman jumped out of the woods wearing all black clothing with a hood on, and he had a knife. And once she saw that, she took off running and reported it to police, and we believe that is a trail cam pic. Let's see. My sister's husband is Hispanic and he's as white. There you go, true crime housewife. That's my point. He could be Hispanic. He don't have to have dark skin. I mean, okay. Frank, that's true. My grandson is Hispanic and he's as white as me. Just because you're Hispanic people or a different origin or different nationality doesn't mean you're going to be dark skinned at all. If someone looks Hispanic, then they are not Hispanic. He who looks white, or they would say light-skinned Hispanic. Ivy Rose. Looks like he's holding a phone in his left hand to me. It looks like he's holding something, but we can't determine what that is because of the quality of the photo. You're welcome, Linda. You're very welcome. Maybe coincidental, but it seems like there was a beam coming from something in his left hand. Yeah, the public needs to know there is a crazy creeper out there in the wooded areas before something bad happens. Yes. Good statement, William. Olivia. Yes, it is. I had Randy send it to me on Messenger. Very creepy as he's wearing glasses, a beard, and white. Let's see. Don't start without Greeno. We're not going there, guys. Don't start that. We don't talk about other creators in here. You might, if we know him, if he's in our chat, we say hi to him. We do not bring anything up in his past because it's none of our business. And that's the first warning. I catch people talking about other creators in this chat. You're going to get a timeout or you're going to get blocked. I'm sorry, but we have respect for other creators around here. People make mistakes in their lives, and it's time for them to learn from it. And I'm hoping that Anthony is going to learn from this. And me and him had a discussion about it. And I told him as long as he stays on the straight and narrow, everything's going to work out for him. But you guys need to stay out of his business. It's his personal life. I understand you guys don't agree with things that has happened in his past, but that's the past. That doesn't mean he can't change. So that's the last word or discussion about Anthony Greeno's past. Thank you. It was one of the houses that was down the private road that the parents were gone and their son was home. One of the homes they searched. It was supposed to have been locked up with security cameras. Let's see. He got a black hoodie jacket with strap over near his neck. See, it almost looks like he had a beard, but I can't really tell. What's going on, Ruckus? Oh, Lord, here he goes, starting with the Irish. Well, Irish are white as can be, aren't they? A lot of Irish have red hair and real light white skin. I don't know. I mean, I've never met a real Irish person. Someone saw him walk past her house earlier that day. In one hand has a weapon, holding the other. He got a white latex glove. That's what it looks like to me too, Melissa. These guys piss me off. We have good parks, nice walkways, and they just ruin it for the fear of more people doing it. Correct. Right on point, Love Tina. Right, all skin shades. I was just thinking at a quick, frightened glance to say he looks Hispanic. Maybe makes me think he looks other than light skin. He would just look white. Is it an Amish beard? No, it didn't. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. They shave it all through here and it just comes down around their chin area. Yeah. But I can't tell if he's got like a ski mask on and he's got the part that covers his mouth and everything pulled down under his chin. That's the problem. We can't tell. One thing's for certain, these trails have people using them for killing grounds. You are on point, Pitbull. On point. Does not seem to be a lighter. Okay. Upland is mostly white people. If he lived there, it wouldn't take long to figure out who it was. Holly, like I said, we're almost positive that at the trailhead, they probably had a trail cam or something up there, and that's how they got the picture. Thank you, Miracle Hearts. Much appreciated. I try to be the best that I can be, always. I would want the same respect from anybody else that Anthony is trying to get the respect back from people. So people need to give him a chance. Just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. And if he screws up, that's on him. Got arrested because of dogs. Frank, thank you for all that you do covering all these heartbreaking cases. Your channel is one of my favorites on YouTube. Thank you, William. Salute to you too, sir. So where did the photograph come from if she jumped and ran? A trail cam must have caught him on camera. She must have been out of sight of the camera when they caught him. Near railroad tracks, Holly. Near railroad tracks. Thank you, Olivia. Do you know where the trail cam was so I can look it up on the map? I'm thinking that they may be Ellie pulled a photo from a trail cam, yes. Yeah, take that. I take my gun everywhere I go. It don't leave my side. It does not leave my side. And it's like when I go to Delphi, I take my big gun because we don't know if they've got all the people involved in the Delphi case. I'm not taking that chance. And I also want to protect the people out there on the memorial walks because I know a lot of them don't carry guns. Me and Mark Tate, the last memorial walk, me and him had our guns. We walked behind everybody so we can keep an eye on everything. I wonder if the woman clearly saw the knife or if it could have been something else. It's hard to say, Ivy. Like I said, we'll have to wait a couple days to see if another news release is going to be released or not. If not, I will call the Upland Police Department myself to see if there's an update. So was Randy the first one to get it? Where did Randy say he got? No. Andrea Delph, our merchandise person, sent me the article this morning, or the, what should I say, Upland Police Department's website or whatever it is. She found it and she sent it to me first thing this morning. So I posted it and then I talked to Marv about it and I said, we need to do a live about this because there's too many similarities with the Delphi case with this. Just hope this person not trying to be like a Zodiac killer, picking same dates, a like, circling like every 6 years. Yeah. I think I might have a nervous breakdown trying to figure out another grainy, blurry, long distance picture. Well, I mean, Miss Mala, this picture is a lot closer to the camera than what BG was to Libby. That's blatantly obvious. $1 billion question. What if it's not a dude, but dudette, excuse me. What if it's a young lady under the hood or her way home and has a weapon in her hand to help protect herself? It's hard to say. I mean, we're just going to have to speculate right now. And that's what I'm doing. And according to what the report said from the Upland Police Department, it was a knife. So we have to go by what law enforcement says. Correct, Love Tina. But I mean, everybody at trail camps, I don't think anybody wants to spend any money for that. I don't know why there is so much evil in the world now. In all my life, I've never times like they are now. I keep doors locked day and so do I. I have to now because my dog has learned to open every door in the house, and he can open the front door because my door opens from uh, inward out. If you understand what I'm saying, it opens this way. He knows how to open it, and he runs right out the door. Yep. My gun goes to bed with me, right on my nightstand every night I go to bed. Don't blame you. You have your own channel to take care of. You don't need garbage in it too. Ivy Rose, Egyptian Mania. Yeah, I guess we're just assuming it's a man. Makes me wonder how good of a look the woman who reported got it. I will do an update on it. I will call Monday to see if there's any updates on it. True Cross Housewife agreed. I have lots of speculations about why. Too long for 200 characters. Split it up into two different statements there, True Crime Housewife. Whoa, we got a lot of people in here tonight. What we got going on, Glitter Bean? That's why I was trying to relate as well. At a glance, you would see light skinned or some other shade. It's confusing to say Hispanic. That image probably came from a trail cam. Correct. That's what I believe. I want to know more about where this photo was taken and how can you look further on a map. I'd like more than just blurry guy. If you figure out exactly where he was or how this picture got out. I already explained, Holly, that the picture got out from the Upland Police Department. They downloaded it from a trail cam and put it on their police website. Ivy Rose. Surprisingly, violent crimes are low right now compared to the last several decades. I think it's the coverage we get now that makes it seem worse. What, you can have armor on you? What's that mean, Melissa? Yeah, it's not illegal to buy a flap jacket or a bulletproof vest. I don't think any college students allowed to have firearms on the campus. I'm not positive about that, but I don't think they would allow that. Yes, Olivia, it's Upland, Indiana. Got to stay in good friends pack. Safety in numbers most of the time. Yes, honeybee. Good point. Good point. I have carried concealed. Never carried it, but I'll tell you, I will if I have to. In this day and age, you've got to be carrying. I mean, look at all the shootings you hear about across the country. People just open fire on people. Thankfully, I got military training. I know what to do in situations like that. Yes, it's on the Upland Police Department's webpage. They can't on campus, but I think this was off campus. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. It happened on the 15th, Glitterbean, 2 days ago. True Crime Housewife. The FBI has a website where you can compare the stats for different things. It's pretty interesting, or at least it is for a nerd like myself. William, well, yeah, to be safe, law enforcement needs to inform the general public about this creep and to keep a lookout for before he hurts someone. Egyptian mania at Ivy Rose, kind of why I'm conflicted in many ways. We could very well be jumping the gun, but it's difficult to say. Definitely not me. Promise. My husband has several severe COPD, and I can't leave his side. Just worry about taking care of your husband, Egyptian mania. That's all that matters. Yeah, you guys are just bombarding me, aren't you? Holly to Ivy Rose. That's so cool if you remember. Could you put a link to that in the comments after the live? That would be great. Maybe the universe is taking care of me, but I tried for a rescue lab, got a dog that looks just like a black lab, but he's fierce, not lab like at all, and I'm actually glad. As I checked the photo, it looks like he or she was leaning to one side, very strong, just curious. Simulator to Delphi. Well, if you that photo that I put up there, it was blatantly obvious that it wasn't railroad ties. It was a concrete walk path. If you ever anybody that's ever been out to Delphi, when you go up the trailhead, they paved it and everything, so it's all paved now. It's not dirt or anything like that. Thank you, D. Everybody hit that like button for me, please. Yeah. Yeah, nowadays you have to play it safe. The more protection you can have, the better. And always be aware of your surroundings. I always tell my son to always be ready for anything. That is true. I used to have a dog that we could not keep in the yard if we weren't watching him when we let him outside. He'd go to the bathroom. He comes, opens the front door, and lets himself back in. That's what Blade does. He does the same thing. Because Lexi will take him out, and when she brings it back, he opens the door. The image was taken in Upland, Indiana, Holly. Where is Tornado? You might want to get with Tornado because she's from that general area. She might know more about the area than I do. Yep, I got a dog and a 40 caliber. I always say, this day and age, Olivia, everybody has to be vigilant. Because if you don't pay around to your surroundings or watch your six, anything can happen. 146 people watching, 30 likes. What? What the what? Thank you, Rescue All the Dogs. I need people to hit that like button for me. I'm sure LA looking to better the picture, at least I hope so. I'm glad that you put it out to the public at least. That's what I do. That's what me and Marv do. We try to bring attention to stuff that's coming out. You're welcome, Olivia. Yeah, if anybody wants merchandise, this is the website to our merchandise person, which is Andrea Delph. We got T-shirts, we got hoodies, we've got tumblers, we've got shirts for the Tap of the Shuck Reigns case. Anything you need, just go to this website, and it has a list of everything that we have and the prices. Let's see, where am I at? Yeah. It's going to be to the point where my honest opinion that the federal government is going to make it to where everybody can carry except for convicted felons. And as long as you're over the age of 18. We can carry without permit. Yep. See, I got my permit about 2 years ago, Indy, and all of a sudden they changed the law. And it's so funny about that is I was at my apartment complex office one day for some reason, and I had my gun on me, and Blade was in my truck, and I had the windows down enough to where he had air coming through and everything. I walk out the office, and there's a cop behind my truck. And of course, I got my gun on me, and he's looking straight at me because I had my gun on me. And I instantly reached back and grabbed my wallet out and pulled out my concealed weapons license, lifetime license. He said, "I don't need that. You don't need it anymore." And I said, "Well, I carry it as a double protection for me, showing I ain't got no felonies." North Street and Upland. According to Pitbull, North Street and Upland is where this took place at. Anybody want to talk about Delphi? Randy, why don't you come up on the panel, man? I'll put the link in the chat. Anybody wants to come on? Come on up. Thank you, Renee, for becoming a new member. Thank you, William. Shows you how patriotic I am about this country. I don't agree with a lot of the stuff the government's doing right now, but I'm very patriotic. Yeah, nobody treads on me because they'll get a piece of my mind. Anybody want to come up? There he is. Knew he was coming. There he is.
Here I am.
All right. Me and Randy have been having a discussion since yesterday because people keep assuming that Abby and Libby were found in a ravine. Speak it, Randy.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
They were not found in a ravine.
No.
There's a ravine between the Mears property and Ron Logan's property that goes straight up to the cemetery. Where the girls were found was about 20 to 25 yards away from there. Yes, there was a little indentation where they found it, make it look like a ravine. I understand that. But I've been
the ground is not level out there.
No, it's not. So you guys have to understand when you walk out area out there, there's a lot of indentations in the ground, little bit hilly all through there.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Randy have been talking about this because we keep hearing people say they were found in the water, they were found in a ravine. Randy is one of the most informational person when it comes to Delphi, like Anthony Greeno, Cat, the Bruiser. They know the area like the back of their hands. Now, I've been out there, I believe, 5 times in a year.
Yeah, so far, yep.
And I experienced the terrain out there, and it is not as easy as people think it is.
I always tell, especially people goes that way, I said, you better be careful. It's not real easy terrain to walk where you're heading to that way.
Yeah, and look what happened to me out there.
Yeah, Frank came back. He was
was overheated because of the terrain out there. They had to wheel me back on Randy's walker.
Oh yeah,
back to the parking lot.
But yeah, there's people been out there a lot, and they know. Marv's been out there so many times. And it's
Hi, Melissa.
It's the day she had her daughter and her son and a friend of out there with her, and she came back with muddy shoes and mud on her sweatpants.
Yeah, because that's when they went down the hill, and she ended up sliding down the hill.
Yeah.
And see, Honeybee, if you want to get technical, the area they found them in was like in a little bowl area, but the bowl shape was basically trees. That's what it made it look like, a bowl area. And a lot of those trees where they were found are down now.
Yeah.
They've been cut down.
Like I showed last night, where the orange dot facing towards the creek, and there's that tree that's laying behind it down. And when I brought it forward, you can see facing from the creek to Ron Logan's property where that tree fell down. So in between the orange dot in front of that tree that fell down, that's where they were.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys go back to the Ron Logan search warrant, it gives you the exact coordinates of where the girls were found. And everybody's like, well, how did they get the coordinates from a phone ping? Once again, I'm going to explain it to you. You cannot get GPS coordinates from a tower. GPS coordinates, understand what GPS means. Global Positioning Satellite. They used 3 satellites to triangulate the coordination of where the girls were found. And I don't know why I keep having to repeat that, but until people understand.
Well, Digital came up a good question last night on my show. That how come they didn't go by the evidence when they were out there and seeing certain items that's leading to the creek that way?
Right.
And like I said, Cody was out there. Kelsey was out there on that side. When they came to our walk in October with Becky, he was explaining that they went down and they noticed the indent on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
I
like
said,
somebody plopped down and slid down the hill.
Yeah. Libby, when she goes on the hills, and Cody said she slides down on her butt going down. She doesn't walk down it. She slides down. That's why Cody said that he knew that was Libby's indent. She always slides down the hill. She doesn't walk down the hill. She slides down the hill. So, and we don't know how Abby went down, but somewhere along the line, that's where things went crazy once they got down to the private drive.
And I'll give you a prime example. I never crossed the bridge and I never went down those hills, but I went to the trail that led to Ron Logan's property. Now there was a point that I got to that I had to go down just a little bit, a little decline. And as soon as I stepped into that decline, I slipped and went down. That should tell you something.
Well, the other thing is when they went across, or if people found the shoe and then the phone, then that would kind of like a cookie crumb telling where they went and crossed that creek. So we already know that they ran that way and walked through, ran through the water. They would have been soaking wet.
Yeah.
And especially trying to get up on Ron Logan's banks, water and mud don't mix very well. Mm-mm. When Frank told Frank that Thomas and I was out there, he was going to walk the creek all the way up towards the banks to Ron Logan.
Right.
And tried, because it was the right height and the water was gone, but he was going to try to. But when I saw him, half of the pants was soaking wet. And then when he got into the water, he couldn't hardly stand up, but he said his feet and legs were almost cold enough he couldn't feel.
Like hypothermia.
Yeah. So if the clothes were wet, and that's why they didn't had certain clothes on, and at that time, try to whatever he was trying to do, but it would be hard to go up that bank, Ron Logan's, because Thomas got stuck in the mud. He had a hard time walking in the mud where I was standing above the bridge. I told him, don't walk in the mud. Well, he walked in the mud. He almost got his shoe almost came off in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me answer this thing. Egyptian Mania, when we were out there that day and I marked the spot, because what happened was I couldn't get a signal with my phone out there. So Hoosier Cold Case had this thing, and it was an app, a compass app which had a GPS locator on it. And what I did is I took a measuring tape from the edge of the creek and measured 50 feet in, spotted it, and then I took that compass with the GPS coordinator locator on it and went right to the GPS coordinates that was given to us and marked that tree, because that's exactly where it was. Now, when it came to the Ron Logan phone, same thing with that. For some reason, they didn't give us the GPS coordinates on the search warrant, but I was lucky enough that somebody passed along the coordinates for me. And when we marked those coordinates, Ron Logan's phone wasn't no more than, 6 or 7 feet away from the girls?
Yeah, he marked both, Hoosier and Frank marked both of those trees. One is for where Ron stood, and one that's closer to the creek.
Mm-hmm.
It's where the girls. The question was, last night, everybody was wondering how far it was from Delphi to Flora, Indiana. Well, I had one part, and it only took like 13 minutes for one, but I was trying to, due to the internet and Google, wasn't working for me. It was taking me to a place when I was asking for State Road 75. Off of State Road 75, if you live in Flora, you can take that to 300 off of 75.
Mm-hmm.
And there is two options to go to where the transfer station off of 75. So last night was trying to show the different areas where the killer could have came from. Since I did some videos from the trail all the way to Young America, and then back into Flora, and did the road that goes past the hog plant. And this was a long time ago, but showing different routes that the killer could have took. I can go and find, if anybody wants me to, when it's a good day, when I have the money to go take off.
Give me just a second, Randy.
Okay.
Renee, if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're not going to be able to join the chat. Go ahead, Randy.
Okay, so if anybody wants me to pick a road that you want me to go to Peru, there's several different ways you can get to Peru. One going out from Logansport, one on US 31 out of Kokomo, and you still can go on the back way to Peru.
Yeah, Old North Country Club Road.
Yeah. And if anybody wants me to do that, I'll do that.
Are you able to share your screen from your end?
I probably could.
Somebody was asking about the thing you were showing last night about where the girls were at.
Let me see if I can. Hold on. Present this share screen. Hold on. Okay. Let me get to that part. Okay. This is where there's that one. I don't know if I can zoom in or not on this one. But that's what I got there. Let me get to see if I can get to where on yours here. There's that. That's the best I can do on that one. There was another one here. That's the only two the best I could do, but it does look like he's holding looks like almost a gun or something in his
right. That's what I thought. It looks like he's holding something there.
Yeah, he's more like gripping it, and looks like a gun or something how he's gripping it. And then whatever is in his left hand, let me see here. Get to the one that was you sent me earlier. No, not that one. But the one you send me.
I think they're wanting to see the video from the crime scene at Delphi.
Oh, the crime. Oh, you mean from Thomas Frost in Indy? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Yeah, let me get this off here.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Honeybee.
All right, let me.
Were they intended to take him across over to Ron Logan's property, or did something go awry when they went down the hill?
Well, the other question would be, since Libby and Abby were on a swim team, they maybe thought, well, they could have
make a run for
it and swim. Let's see here, archive. Let's see here. Wait a minute. The archives.
You're right, Digital.
Damn it, not that.
We can't make sense of this story at all. All we could do is just speculate and try to put ideas together. That's all we can do. Unless we get more information from law enforcement, like I said, that's all we can do is speculate and try to picture exactly what happened.
All right, here's this. All right, hold on. All right, we'll go back here.
There we go.
All right. Now here's the first one. This is where Ron Logan's been standing at.
Right in that area.
Yeah, right in this area. So if we move forward somewhat, there's the other orange dot here. Let me enlarge it here. Okay. Now this is the other orange dot where you can see there the indent here in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And this is that log, the tree that's behind it.
See this circle? If you could do a circle right in these trees right here, this is the area that the girls were found in.
Yeah, right in there. And you can see the train's not level. So somewhere in between this indent here in the ground, that's where they were at. So that's why this is where the girls' bodies would be at this part. Like I said, if you look in the air photo part of the helicopters, look for a white tint. You'll be able to see a white tint. And if you take look at Thomas Frost in Indy Archives here, photo video, and look for that white tint, you can see where the location the bodies were, because they cover the girls up in that white, over that white tint. So yeah, that's where between here where the girls will be at this tree, and then you're looking at, let me get to the other.
Stop right there. Don't do anything just yet. Okay, where I got that orange dot on the tree, to the right, if you're looking at the tree, would be going back toward the Monon High Bridge. Okay.
Yeah, to the right. Yeah.
The ravine that everybody keeps thinking the girls were found is about 20 to 25 yards to the left of this tree, if I'm looking at it. That ravine leads straight up to the corner. Let me see, what is the northeast corner of the cemetery?
Yeah.
It leads right up to the corner of the cemetery.
Did you guys get that photo? Let me see if he did. Okay.
Holly.
So all right. So where this is here, hold on.
Go ahead. Uh-oh. You're buffing.
Oh, hold on. Let me shrink this thing. Hold on. There we go. So technically, where this is, that over here is where the ravine is. Yes.
Yes.
Over here on this other side of that tree, this tree here, this is where the ravine, and then on the other side where the steeper hill that goes up on the Mears property, and then round the bend here is where is the bridge.
You can see the bridge right there.
Yeah, you see right in there is where the bridge is. If you stand right here, you'll be able to see that there's the bridge in the background.
The north end of the bridge.
Yeah. So this is where the ravine. So if the girls would have been found there, they would have found them there right away.
Holly, I've got 2 ideas of motives, and I'd rather not say anything on it because we just don't know which one. It might not even be either one. We just don't know.
But yeah, that's where pretty much where the two are, and then you can see the island. If Archive had the drone flown close to the island where you can see the banks on Ron Logan bigger. Do you want me to show that where the banks are?
Nah, we're good.
Okay.
You're right, Pitbull. If the GPS is right, then Logan knew something, or no doubt about it. It can't be denied. He can't deny that. You're correct.
Well, the question is him being there because of one, he sent out a text at almost 8 o'clock, and then receive a text the 10:16, and nobody knows what those texts were,
and we don't even know who they were from or to. Let's see. So far, it seems that RA catfished the girls alone, kidnapped them and harmed them alone, and left weird signatures behind, and no criminal record online at his age. It's very strange. I've got a problem, with RA. I do believe he's tied in somehow, but I'm still having a hard time believing that he's BG, because if you take a picture of RA as best as you can and put it up next to BG, BG's got way much longer legs than Richard Allen. And me and Randy know this from fact, because we were basically right next to RA in the courtroom. He walked right by us.
Yeah, I was the closest to him. You look at him.
And he's got short, stubby legs.
There is another person, but they're just waiting to see.
Waiting to see if they got evidence to get him.
Yeah, that's what the prosecutor said. We have that actor. We're still looking for him, but they don't know who it is, and they're hopefully get him before this next court hearing.
Right. Well, we're about 20 minutes out of 2 hours, guys. I'm about running out of time here. I want to thank Randy for coming up. I appreciate everybody coming out, But like I told you guys, I will call the Upland Police Department on Monday to see if there's an update on this incident that took place up there through Trailhead. And if I can get some more information on the young man, Mr. Morris, out of Eden, Indiana, I'll be sure to make sure I update you guys with everything. If I could get everybody before we leave today, once you leave the chat, go in and hit that like button for me. It helps our algorithms. Would be greatly appreciated. But once again, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I love every one of you. So does Marv. You're much appreciated. Everybody's greatly appreciated for coming out and hanging out with us. If anybody has any questions, concerns, or anything that might pertain to any case that we might be covering, there's our email address, marv.n.frake@gmail.com. And if we don't get back to you, you can more than welcome to get a hold of Randy and let him know. And Randy, me and Randy talk just about every day.
Oh, yeah.
So we discuss things in the background, like I said, just about every day. So once again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I love you. Till next time, peace out.
Bye, everyone.
One
Have a nice
love,
Friday
guys.
evening. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.